This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collins, tracking some strong storms right now across the Suncoast. Details right away from our meteorologist, John Sculls. Hey, John.
Yeah, good morning. Well, as we've been telling you for the last hour, the main threat for this storm is located to our north. And the good news is the tornado watch box, which had been issued for much of north central Florida, is continuing to be whittled down from west to east across the state and from north to south as well. So that's good news. We are not in that watch box. You may hear reports of a tornado watch box in Florida. We are not in that. We do, however, across our region have a special marine warning that has been issued for our coastal waters because of strong storms moving through Gulf waters right now that have the potential of producing some waterspout activity. There's one pretty good storm now moving through parts of Hillsborough County that's brushing areas of northern Manatee. So Palmasola, West Bradenton Parish, all seeing the potential of multiple lightning strikes as well as the potential for some small hail as well. Plus, there's another system just off the coast of Pinellas County sinking southward. Now, you folks in Bradenton, around Longboat Key or whatever, you may see a pop or two of lightning in the next hour or so. And as I mentioned, folks in Parrish, Palmasola, West Bradenton, Riverwalk may see some pops of lightning as well as that system moves through parts of Hillsborough County. The good news is the severe thunderstorm warning has been dropped for that particular cell as it moves north of Manatee. That area I have shaded there in purples and greens, that's called a hail core, and it's a maximum reflectivity located within a thunderstorm cell that is capable of producing some small hail. And you can see that may as well clip areas of northern Manatee County, so watch for that. There's also a couple more cells still out in Gulf waters, and you folks in Anna Maria, Holmes Beach, Central Longboat Key may think that you're starting to see the onset of some heavier weather, and yes, you are, but it's not the big cell that's located to your north, and that one will be arriving on your doorstep probably in about a half an hour or so. We're, of course, tracking all of these storms for you, and we'll give you the complete update on what to expect over the next couple hours coming up in just a few. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. You might want to avoid the Sunshine Skyway. Take the crosstown if you're heading toward Tampa this morning. A little windy up there on the Skyway right now. A couple of accidents in the northern part of our viewing area. First off, I-75 southbound near Buckeye Road for the folks who are driving from north to south this morning, and also at exit 229, both of those in northern Manatee County. Let's check farther south now on the maps. Usual build up around downtown Bradenton. Nothing too major at this point of the day. And then farther south into Sarasota County. You can see where you live, perhaps. There's a slowdown on Bee Ridge Road heading toward the interstate, and also Clark Road in the same direction. A little bit of a problem there out on Siesta Key. Ocean Boulevard, an accident at Ocean Place. Not a major situation, just a thing going on right now at 6:02 in the morning out there. And then South County, you'll see nothing to report as we wake up this morning.
Well, topping our news this morning, we continue to follow the weather as storms approach our area. This
is a live picture right now from the Bradenton Riverwalk. As you see, some sheet lightning, as they call it, in the distance over the horizon there, looking over across the bridge at the Manatee River facing west. We have a crew on the scene there. We'll continue to have live shots throughout the morning right here in ABC 7. Also, you can track the weather conditions yourself by downloading the ABC 7 app right from the App Store.
A brush fire in Charlotte County is mostly contained after affecting thousands of drivers yesterday afternoon.
It began about 2 p.m. on Oil Well Road in Punta Gorda and grew to almost 180 acres. Firefighters say they arrived on the scene and found homes in danger of being destroyed. Amazing picture right there. Florida Forest Service responded with tractors and 2 air units. They worked quickly to protect those homes, and no damage was reported. A Port Charlotte woman was found guilty of exploitation of the elderly for more than $50,000.
That's according to State Attorney Ed Brodsky. Linda Williams' trial finished up this week at the Sarasota County Courthouse. The state attorney says Williams committed that crime between July of 2014 and December of 2015. Williams became the power of attorney for her aunt and then completely depleted the $50,000 in her checking account. Williams was convicted by a jury on charges of exploitation of the elderly. The case was investigated by the Northport Police Department. Her sentencing hearing is scheduled for May 16th.
Sarasota City Commissioner Susan Chapman won a round in court yesterday. An appeals court upheld the trial court judgment that Chapman did not break any sunshine laws. Citizens for Sunshine had alleged that she had. The case dates back several years. when Chapman and another city commissioner attended a meeting about homeless issues in downtown Sarasota. Citizens for Sunshine claimed the meeting was not advertised publicly. Chapman maintained it was not a formal meeting, just a gathering with constituents. In July, a trial judge agreed with Chapman. This case drew extra attention, though, because Chapman used city tax dollars to pay her legal fees, which at last count neared $400,000. And Chapman lost her bid for re-election earlier this month.
New this morning, a follow-up on an investigation of a former circuit judge in Manatee County. According to the Herald Tribune, the Florida Bar is now filing ethics complaints with the state Supreme Court against former Judge John Lakin and also two Palmetto attorneys. It comes after Lakin admitted that he accepted tickets to Tampa Bay Rays games from those attorneys with the Callens Little Delgado law firm, while their cases were still pending in Lakin's courtroom. A judge will hold a case management conference about the complaints and will recommend any punishments to the Supreme Court, which could include probation or suspension. Lakin resigned last year.
The city of Northport is working to approve medical marijuana dispensaries.
The city is now passing a first draft of an ordinance that would put an 800-foot buffer between any dispensaries in schools and churches. There is not a buffer for residential homes, though. So far, the Compassionate Care Clinic in Venice is the only place on the Suncoast to receive a prescription for medical marijuana.
I'm very excited to see Northport really taking the positive, proactive approach towards accepting the medical dispensaries, for medical cannabis into the community.
I have post-traumatic stress disorder. It's the most immediate thing that can help me calm down from panic attacks and is actually allowing me to come off of Xanax.
The commission is now directing city staff to go back and rewrite the first draft ordinance with the necessary changes. Final approval is expected to come in the next few months.
Weeks after two near-child drownings, Manatee County has a timely public awareness project.
ABC 7's Rick Adams explains the county's latest pool and water safety campaign.
The numbers are frightening. 26 drownings or near drownings in 2016 in Manatee County, a lot of them involving young children. Heather Junkeda of Mayaca has 3 children, ages 7, 10, and 12. She tells us that all of her kids knew how to swim from a very early age.
In Florida, it's a must. There's so much water here, and it can happen so quickly where you lose attention just for a couple minutes and a kid can be in a pond.
Manatee County is doing everything they can to make sure that doesn't happen. Back on April 1st, they rolled out the April Pools Day campaign. It's a pool and water safety campaign where the county is taking a proactive approach, educating folks about ways to prevent drownings or near drownings.
What we've been doing is public outreach, so we're setting up at businesses that'll allow us to be there and handing out information, having a conversation with parents and guardians. So that's been helpful.
Whether you're at the beach or at a pool like this, having important knowledge around the water could be the difference between life and death. There are 6 important steps parents can do to prevent drownings. They include supervision of children, barriers around the home such as alarms and locks, barriers around the pool, don't entice kids with toys by the pool, swim lessons, and learning CPR. Dwyer tells us any place where there is water, it can turn into a tragic situation.
Even bathtubs, there's that shallow of water can a drowning can happen for a smaller kid, inches of water, and it can happen in seconds. So pools, bathtubs, containers of water, and yes, of course, the beach.
For Julie Santiago, much of her life is surrounded by water. The mother of 3 is the club coach for the Tsunami swim team and also the head coach for the Lakewood Ranch High School swimming team.
I really feel that it's important for every child to know how to swim, to feel safe around a pool, for a parent to feel secure about having their child near water, because in most circumstances they're going to be near water.
In Manatee County, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Now, speaking of water, Sarasota police and Mote marine scientists are working together to help, wait for it, an injured turtle.
That's right. The large loggerhead sea turtle was found swimming near Big Pass. Dive team officers became concerned when they found that the turtle did not dive back under the water when they drove by it on their boat. One of the first symptoms of a sick loggerhead turtle is its inability to dive underwater when a potential predator does approach. The turtle is now at Mote Marine's Lab Hospital for care.
When these animals come in, our main goal is to get them stabilized and to get them eating again. And once their activity increases and they have a good appetite, we'll monitor their blood as well to make sure there's no signs of infection, and then hopefully get the animal back out in a relatively quick period of time.
The dive team nicknamed that turtle Trippy after Officer Trip Schwenk, who is an Olympic gold medal swimmer. Hopefully this turtle will recover soon and obviously take after his namesake.
The 25th annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival kicks off today with some friendly competition. It begins with a fishing tournament sponsored by the Venice Police. 40 athletes from Special Olympics will take part in 25 different boats with captains that are volunteering their time. An award ceremony today, and the Shark's Tooth Festival runs through Sunday at the Venice airport. Hopefully the weather will cooperate today.
Yes.
Off to a challenging start this morning. Here's a live picture from the Bradenton Riverwalk where you'll see some sheet lightning and also some winds as well. John is tracking some strong storms. Full details after this on Good Morning Suncoast.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce.
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
The Sarasota Film Festival is March 31st through April 9th, featuring independent films from around the world, panels, parties, and conversations with stars, all happening in downtown Sarasota.
You don't want to miss it, so get your festival guide and choose the films and events you want to attend.
Buy your tickets online, by phone, or at the Hollywood 20 box office. They go fast, so get them now.
So join us to see and be seen.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, we've been talking about this storm system now for a couple of days and the big change in the weather that it's going to bring to us as the front sinks southward. We've also been mentioning about the greatest risk for severe weather located to the north. Storm Prediction Center mentioning that there appears to be a decrease in the threat for tornadic activity across the state of Florida. So they're whittling down this watch box that's located in and around the Orlando area. It does not include us. We do not have a tornado watch up for our area. In fact, we hardly have any warnings whatsoever except a special marine warning, which is due to expire in about 45 minutes or so, or less. We're looking at clusters of showers and thunderstorms impacting mostly Pinellas County and Hillsborough County over the next hour or so with the strongest intensity storms. That said, we still have some storms out in Gulf waters that will gradually be moving closer to shore, and they're moving at a pretty good clip. So as these storms pass by, you could probably pick up a 40-mile-an-hour wind gust or so, maybe a 50-mile-an-hour wind gust, particularly with this one as it continues to brush parts of northern Manatee County. Right now, the closest storm to impacting Manatee County would be this one off the Pinellas County coast, and it's producing multiple lightning strikes as well. We have a live shot for you right now from Manatee County, from the Riverwalk, showing you the kind of gray skies out there. We may see a pop or two of lightning as well, though the most intense lightning from this storm is probably located off to the west now, if you can point that camera off to the north and to the west as opposed to the north and to the, or sorry, to the east, to the north and to the east as opposed to the north and to the west. You probably have a better look. There you go. Yep, there we're starting to see some pops of lightning there. So that's one of the storm systems that we continue to monitor, this one right here, but there's also one out in Gulf waters that has the potential of producing some hail as well. Big lightning strikes located to this one in Hillsborough County, east of us, grazing areas of northern Manatee County. DeWitt, you still have a chance at seeing a few pops of lightning in your neck of the woods. This system rapidly moving off to the east at about 30, 40 miles an hour. So as it gradually sinks southward at about 20, I think it'll probably impact the same areas that have already been impacted by these storms, which is basically Palmasola, West Bradenton, and points to the east of Parrish. Those showers and thunderstorms moving across the Skyway Bridge as well over the course of the next half hour. These storms back down to the south, probably decreasing in intensity as they get closer to us. That is the tendency for these storms over the last hour, is to decrease in their intensity. So that's what we like. The whole line of storms will be sinking south of our area probably in about an hour and a half. Over the course of the next hour, areas of Manatee County and northern Sarasota County probably impacted by some of the periods of heavier rainfall with these storm systems. You can see just how fast these cells are moving across the state of Florida, and the strongest risk of heavy weather is also moving with it off to the north and to the east, and we're left with a more minor danger in our area. In fact, it's mostly going to be gusty winds, downpours of rain, and lightning strikes as well, which have a potential of doing harm, of course. After the storm moves out of here by about 10 o'clock or so, 11 o'clock, sun will come out later on this afternoon, and then we'll be looking at a prolonged period of fine weather. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, John. Certainly might want to keep that umbrella handy this morning. Taking a look at Suncoast traffic this morning, there is an accident in Manatee County near Buckeye Road at I-75 in the southbound lane. So if you're heading down towards Manatee and Sarasota counties, you want to keep an eye out for that. Also, the Skyway Bridge is open, but there is a high wind advisory, so keep an eye out if you are heading up towards the Tampa area or into the Bradenton and Manatee County area. As we head into Bradenton, you can see a little bit of congestion towards downtown Bradenton, also State Road 70 and 301. I-75 looking clear throughout that area as we head into Sarasota County. Pretty quiet throughout that area. Clark Road seeing a little bit of congestion in both directions. As we head into South County, pretty quiet. A little bit of congestion on Business 41, but other than that, no accidents and clear on this Thursday morning.
And you can go to our Facebook page right now and see a live picture from the Bradenton Riverwalk of our live camera there. That's on ABC 7 Facebook page right now. And the Eagle camera will go back up after the storm passes through.
Well, several organizations are now working together to remove dangerous drugs from Florida highways.
In just 1 week, the Florida Highway Patrol and other local law enforcement officers have made 320 traffic stops and issued 100 citations. The team with Operation Ground Up discovered 6 grams of crack cocaine, 7 grams of heroin, and 430 grams of marijuana. When it comes to medical marijuana, you can't bring that on an airplane, but the TSA website wrongly informed air travelers they could. The mistake was since corrected. They turned a pair of green yeses next to marijuana to 2 red no's. The TSA responded with a brief statement saying the entry was made in error.
Meanwhile, passengers on Delta flights throughout the Southeast were treated to some free pizza and many other snacks while waiting out the thunderstorms in Atlanta. Over 800 pizzas were handed out to Delta passengers trying to get to at least 11 different airports to Atlanta. Flights were delayed due to severe weather in the Southeast, as you know. Now, in addition to the pizzas, Delta also handed out breakfast sandwiches, games, coloring books, and other items for younger travelers.
I'm sure those pizzas went a long way for those hungry and frustrated travelers.
Yes.
6:20 right now, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Fox News now facing another lawsuit over claims of discrimination and sexual harassment. Now President Trump is chiming in. We'll show you why coming up.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob, and this is Chef Alan. Hey, what are you cooking for us today, Alan?
Well, today we're going to do an orange and pancetta mussels, and we're going to serve that with some wonderful gnocchi. In the pan right now, what we've got going on is a little bit of pancetta, a little sweet onion. And to that, we're going to add a little bit of orange zest. We use a little microplane here.
How far should you go with the orange?
I think you got to be really careful because you can overpower everything. So I think just a little bit of zest and also just a little squeeze of juice in there.
And a little juice on me.
And a little juice on you.
That always works. That's
Never
what
hurts.
I'm here for.
We're going to take a little bit of fresh thyme. We're going to put that in there as well.
Beautiful.
We'll let that cook. You want to let that thyme bloom just a little bit. And thyme's a great herb because it holds up well under heat and it'll last for a little long time. Then we're going to add some wonderful, beautiful mussels to this, which are really good. And these are PEI mussels, absolutely delicious. We're going to let that cook for just a minute or two. We're going to add some wonderful roasted tomatoes in here.
Those are fire roasted tomatoes?
Those are the fire roasted tomatoes.
Love those.
And we cook with those all the time up here, and they are really, really delicious. So what you want to do is let that cook for a little bit. As you see, the mussels will start to open. Once you get to this point, we're going to add our wonderful fresh gnocchi here. And that's nothing more than just like a little Italian dumpling. And they're really wonderful.
Are those the homemade ones or the ones you buy?
These are the ones that we bought here at Publix, and they're really, really a nice little product.
How to make them in the school, homemade.
Yeah, come to our school. We're definitely going to show you all how to make that. So what you want to do is put those in there just like that. We want to put our lid on there. We're going to let those cook. So what we're trying to do is make sure that the gnocchi are very, very hot. We want to make sure that the mussels are cooked completely.
And you know what? I'd rather have this over angel hair because gnocchis are pretty heavy stuff.
Yep.
Starting tomorrow, be sure to stop by your Publix Apron Simple Meals kiosk, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients after sampling this delicious dish. Mr.
Right.
Resto, you rock.
Thank you.
Now's the perfect time to create a custom system with California Closets. During our Door and Drawer event, save up to $500 on beautiful doors and drawers for any room. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Fun for the whole family. The 25th Annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, benefiting special athletes of Sarasota County. Fossil vendors, arts and crafts, food, children's games, and live entertainment. With headliners, the Gator Creek Band on Friday night, Rockin' Rogues, Kim Betts, Glass Onion, Kettle of Fish, Paisley Craze, and the Boogeymen. Admission $4. Children 12 and under free. Parking is free. The annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, April 7th, 8th, and 9th at the Venice Airport Festival grounds.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Whether a family member needs a little extra help around the house, assistance recovering from a hospital stay, or someone to check in on them throughout the week, Right at Home's in-home care is the answer. Your loved one deserves the right care, and now we need caregivers to help give the right care for the right reasons, the right way. At Right at Home, we're one of the only private home health agencies in this area with the opportunity to earn paid time off. If you're someone who loves helping people, take a look at our website and click on Jobs to join our team today.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
There's a shot from our Windy Tower camera facing the Ringling Causeway right now as you wake up from strong storms. Are going to be moving through the area over the next few hours. We'll wipe now to another live shot from the Bradenton River Walk, where we saw plenty of sheet lightning throughout the morning as our camera faces west there over the Manatee River. There's a bit of lightning right there now. So we'll have live updates throughout the morning, and that live shot will be continued on our Facebook page, ABC7.
All right, welcome back. 6:25. As controversy swirling around Fox News anchor Bill O'Reilly drags on, President Trump is now weighing in.
Diane Macedo has details.
Caution, you are about to enter the no spin zone.
In this morning's GMA First Look, as the sexual harassment scandal surrounding Bill O'Reilly ricochets through Fox News, President Trump tells the New York Times, "I think he's a person I know well. He's a good person. Personally, I think he shouldn't have settled." Trump was referring to that recent New York Times report that O'Reilly and the parent company of Fox News paid $13 million in settlements to 5 different women over claims of inappropriate behavior by O'Reilly, including sexual harassment. The network's top host says he's being targeted because he's prominent and controversial, and Fox's parent company points out no current or former Fox News employee ever took advantage of the 21st Century Fox hotline to raise a concern about Bill O'Reilly. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more on the reaction to the president's interview. With your GMA First Look, I'm Diane Macedo, ABC News, New York.
I accept I don't race down the slopes like I used to. I even accept I have a higher risk of stroke due to AFib, a type of irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. But whatever trail I take, I go for my best. So if there's something better than warfarin, I'll go for that too. Eliquis. Eliquis reduced the risk of stroke better than warfarin, plus had less major bleeding than warfarin. Eliquis had both.
Don't stop taking Eliquis unless your doctor tells you to, as stopping increases your risk of having a stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking Eliquis, you may bruise more easily, and it may take longer than usual for any bleeding to stop. Seek immediate medical care for sudden signs of bleeding, like unusual bruising. Eliquis may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
I'm still going for my best, and for Eliquis.
Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
My Hometown Fest is coming to Nathan Benderson Park Saturday, April 15th. Join us for culinary favorites from across the U.S. paired with your favorite craft beers. There's also great live music and activities for adults and kids. Buy your tickets today at myhometownfest.org.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction Hope and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct prices.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Port Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the third free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
A unique celebration of a distinctive cultural gem in Sarasota. La Musica, the annual international festival of chamber music, with renowned musicians from 4 continents. April 3rd through April 12th at the Sarasota Opera House and at Sainer Pavilion. Buy your tickets now.
There's a whole new way to bank at Achieva Credit Union with Achieva Checking Plus. Get new unique features like full ID theft protection and online shopping rewards. Plus, it's an interest-bearing account, so you have a little extra for what really matters. Achieva Checking Plus isn't just an account for your money, it's for your life, including cell phone insurance. And that's good to know. Discover the plus at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Tickets are going fast for My Hometown Fest, being held from noon till 5 p.m. Saturday, April 15th at Nathan Benderson Park. Enjoy foods from 40 area restaurants, 60-plus craft beers, live music, and lots of fun. Buy your tickets today at myhometownfest.org.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast, get your umbrellas ready. Strong storms right now moving through the Suncoast. This is a live picture. We'll have details coming up.
Plus, more weather woes across the southeast as torrential rain and possible tornadoes cause massive damage in several states, all the way from the Midwest to the Florida Panhandle.
And a battle at the beach as a judge hears arguments on whether or not to keep open a public access road on Siesta Key.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And a live shot from our tower cam looking north on Tamiami Trail toward Manatee County, where John says the rain is already arriving. Should be an eventful morning. Some lightning, some strong storms, a wind gust we heard already of 59 miles per hour around Tampa Bay. So keep it tuned right now. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. You're going to want to keep your umbrella handy. I think John mentioned that there had already been some rain in Manatee County. Let's check in with him as he is tracking those storms.
Yeah, some pretty heavy rain in Manatee County. A couple of things I'm worried about with this system sinking southward. One is going to be the gusty winds and the marine issues out there. I'm afraid that somebody's going to get in a boat and go out into our waters, and that is not a good idea today. Bad idea. Stay in port. The other thing I'm a little concerned about is the amount of lightning that this storm system has had and the potential. Oh, look at there. Our tornado watch just went down, so that's good news. The threat of severe weather is decreasing across the Suncoast and moving off to the north and to the east. So now it looks like the tornado watch box has been allowed to expire for parts of North Florida. It never impacted us anyway, but still. And this special marine warning due to expire here in about 10 minutes or so, although I think the threat of any kind of waterspout activity with that particular system is decreasing rapidly. It's mostly for these showers and thunderstorms that we see out in Gulf waters. Oh, the other thing that I was going to say is that the other threat that I'm concerned about is the lightning pops with some of these storm systems and, of course, the kids at bus stops this morning. So hopefully we'll remember our lightning safety rules in that regard. This particular cell is gradually drifting toward the coastline. It's moving at a pretty good clip, though. Taking a look at any of the velocity issues within the core of this storm system, I really don't see any. I don't think this is going to be a big waterspout producer or tornado risk at all for us. But heavy thunderstorm activity through parts of Parrish right now, along the Hillsborough, Manatee County borders. I think some pretty good rain is falling there. Over the Skyway Bridge, some pretty heavy rain over the course of the next half hour or so. And then that one cell out in Gulf water gradually drifting closer over the course of the next hour. We'll have the complete forecast details. This is going to be a short-lived event, and once it's done, you're going to like the details of the forecast. We'll talk about it coming up in just a few. Back to you guys.
All right, nice tease. Thank you, John. Might want to avoid the Sunshine Skyway. Windy up there right now. No problems, but just take it slowly if you go that way. You might want to take 75 to the crosstown, the Leroy Selman rather, if you have the option. Also, I-75, a southbound incident at Buckeye Road if you're coming from north to south from the northern portion of our viewing area. As we check the maps farther south into Manatee County, a little slowdown there around downtown Bradenton. Nothing major to report at this hour. Farther south into Sarasota County, little slowdowns around Bee Ridge and 41. And then farther south into the South County area, we'll see a little slowdown on 41 between Nokomis and Venice. 6:35 right now.
Topping our news this half hour, severe weather is bringing torrential rain, hail, and possible tornadoes to the Midwest and to the Southeast.
It has led to flooding and evacuations in several states. Reed Binion has the story.
Giant explosion on that pine tree out there. We thought it was a transformer or something. We didn't know.
A homeowner in Georgia, one of many Americans dealing with the damage left by storms barreling across the Southeast and Midwest.
We ran outside and looked on the backside, and that's when we saw the smoke bellowing out of the roof.
The National Weather Service issuing tornado warnings for communities in multiple states and reporting numerous possible twisters in Georgia, Indiana, and South Carolina, where extreme weather prompted flash flood warnings amid heavy rain. The metro Atlanta area also slammed with a torrential downpour, nearly 4 inches of rain in just 24 hours. Crews trying to help in the aftermath, finding themselves in high water.
We actually came down here to assist the residents and ended up assisting some city workers who were out here doing their job.
The storms bringing a wave of hail to Alabama, where the governor declared a state of emergency in response to the severe weather. There was also quarter-sized hail in Kentucky, where one homeowner recorded a steady deluge in his backyard. The storms also complicating air travel across the region. Hundreds of flights canceled amid a ground stop at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Well, 6:35 on this Thursday. In international news, the death toll continues to rise in Colombia following several mudslides.
The president there announced so far 293 people have died. Torrential rains last week caused 3 rivers to flood. It sent a torrent of mud and debris surging through the area. The president also said 314 people are still missing, and those living in shelters, numbers now 2,700.
A woman is recovering in Colorado after being struck by a 1,500-pound boulder. Rescue crews took 2 hours to reach the hiker who was in the North Mountain trailhead. After the boulder rolled, she was then trapped. But fortunately, 2 off-duty paramedics were hiking in the area. They heard her cries of panic. The woman had both of her legs crushed. She was then airlifted to a nearby hospital. That woman was visiting from Europe and had met up with a friend to go climbing.
It's very uncommon for something this large to roll down.
Fire Rescue thinks the drastic changes in temperature may have caused it to fall, and despite the accident, that trail does remain open.
On to politics now. The Trump administration is denouncing the chemical weapons attack in Syria.
President Trump says the attacks have changed his perspective, now saying that the Assad regime has crossed many lines. At an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council, Russia continued to deny Assad's responsibility, blaming terrorists and actors instead. U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley said the facts were undeniable. The Syrian government used chemical weapons against their own people, killing at least 80, mostly women and children.
There are times in the life of states that we are compelled to take our own action.
Meanwhile, the president will meet with the president of China to discuss North Korea's missile testing.
Thousands will gather in Missouri today to mark the 100th anniversary of the nation's entry into World War I. The day-long observance at the National World War I Museum and Memorial will feature patriotic music, speeches, and readings from the time America declared war on Germany. America entered the war nearly 3 years after it began, joining Britain, France, and Russia in the fight against Germany and the Austro-Hungarian Empire. More than 4.5 million Americans served in World War I.
Governor Rick Scott is calling for all national and state flags to be at half-staff today to honor the funeral of astronaut John Glenn. The former U.S. Senator will be buried at Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C. this afternoon. His family and loved ones will first say goodbye to the first American to orbit Earth at a private service at a chapel this morning. Glenn died December 8th at the age of 95.
Some good Samaritans come to the rescue of boaters in trouble off the coast of Miami Beach. 3 people were on the boat that was reportedly adrift for more than 2 days. Some boaters spotted them, gave them a line and bottled water, and soon after, the Coast Guard arrived to help as well. In Sarasota County, a judge is hearing arguments both for and against allowing the public to have access to a popular road on Siesta Key.
This is the first hearing on the beach road battle. Years ago, the owners gave the county the 50-foot easement for the road and have allowed people to use their private land to access the beach. But recently, Sarasota County decided to turn that property back over to the owners and deny public access. Many people are upset over that decision and believe the county violated its comprehensive plan when it decided to turn the property over to area residents.
Beach Road has been on Siesta Key for decades. It's been a central point not only for dropping off your children to go to the beach, but a social gathering place. It's much more than a road.
One of the concerns is that beach area could be given away to the developers of this property and who could possibly forbid access to us all onto that part of the beautiful beach.
A judge will decide if evidence on the alleged comprehensive plan violation is admissible in court. If that information is not allowed, it could end the fight for reopening Beach Road for those advocates.
A coach at Riverview High School is this year's Sarasota County Teacher of the Year. This is B.J. Ivey, a social studies teacher and basketball coach at Riverview. He's the winner of this year's award. The announcement on the prestigious honor was made at Michael's on East, where Ivey shared some important advice to those listening.
They don't teach for a paycheck, they teach because they love working with kids, and there's a passion there to see a kid improve and see a kid's light bulb go off in the aha moment.
Congratulations. Other finalists include a social studies teacher named Christine Braun and also Tatum Ridge's 4th grade teacher, Holly Houghton Brown. Congratulations to all. Great honor. A lot of teachers out there, and they were the top 3 this year.
I know. That's such a great accomplishment.
Certainly. A 6:41 right now. This is a live picture, I believe we have, of the Bradenton River Walk. There it is. Some wind. There's some sheet lighting as we speak. We'll have full details from John Scalzi after this.
When caring for my wife alone became too much for me, I called my long-term care insurance company to get help from granny nannies. Now the most wonderful nurses help me with her care.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Join us this Saturday night at 7 o'clock and 11:30 for the House to Home Show, featuring some of the finest homes for sale right here on the Suncoast. Whatever your taste, you're certain to find properties that satisfy your particular buying preferences. Presented by SWC Properties right here on ABC 7.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less. Featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest to support your head, neck, and shoulders, bedside power plugs, under-bed night lights, and more. So call and price one today for less, up to 50% less than Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You gotta see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-774-8103. That's 1-800-774-8103. Call now.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
So many times we underestimate the human spirit's drive to recover. We often see people surpass what any of us might have expected initially. The rehabilitation pavilion at Sarasota Memorial is the top of the line. It allows us to really bring the patient's recovery to the next level.
Mom needed more care than we could provide, so we called Granny Nannies. She now has around-the-clock caregivers, and we have peace of mind. Thanks to them, she's where she belongs, at home.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
We get some isolated pockets of some brief periods of heavy rainfall, but for the most part, we're going to miss out on the heavy rain that they're experiencing just an hour's drive to the north of us, less than an hour's drive to the north of us, in some cases 20-minute drive. The good news is the threat of severe weather is decreasing across the forecast area and across the state of Florida. The tornado watch boxes that we've been watching for the last couple hours, they're gone. They have been allowed to dissipate early. They've been taken down early. Really, the only thing that we have up for the west coast of Florida are, of course, the small craft advisories and also a special marine warning, but that should be coming down momentarily, maybe as I speak, actually, coming down pretty quickly because of shower and thunderstorm activity out in Gulf water that had the potential of producing some brief water spouts. But that was particularly for the cells located to the north, and these cells out in the Gulf don't look all that impressive to me. So we'll watch that come down. That is not to say that mariners should be going out into the Gulf waters today. It is going to be a windy day, and seas can be as high as 8 feet. Small craft advisories are up. Rip current advisories are up. Not a good day for boating. Plus, frequent lightning strikes with some of these storms. We had some plentiful amounts of lightning in Manatee County with this particular storm cell system moving into Hillsborough County. Large wind gusts as well with the system, and heavy weather over the Skyway Bridge, especially the northern part of the Skyway Bridge. All of these lightning pops basically staying to the north, but skirting areas of northern Manatee County. Parrish particularly saw a few, Duet saw a few, but now that threat located mostly to the north. We have a reporter out in the field, Russ, whose live shot is taking us right through parts of northern Manatee County. If we could go to that, you can see the cloud lightning that's ongoing in that location. Don't have it? Do have it. Yep, there you go. And maybe we'll get a lucky here and see, there you go. See the pops of lightning that they're experiencing there. Lots of rumbling of thunder ongoing in parts of the Riverwalk, but so far skirting the heavy rainfall there. That is not to say that it is not impacting bridge traffic over the Skyway Bridge. Come on back to weather now, and we'll continue on with these showers and thunderstorms that basically over our area are producing just light rain currently. But about 30 miles offshore, we do have a cluster of some cells that will be moving this way over the course of the next hour or so. They're moving pretty quickly at about 30 to 40 miles per hour, and they do have some fairly heavy rainfall, intense rainfall out here, but the tendency will be for these to kind of dissipate as they get closer. Nevertheless, over the course of the next hour or so, Siesta Key, Venice, you're likely to see some of this rainfall moving onshore. This is going to be a very short-lived event. I've been saying that all morning. This storm system will be moving through here, and by 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it's gone. And we'll start to break out into sunshine this afternoon and some cooler temperatures as well as those winds begin to whip out of the north. You'll know the front is through once this south wind, now coming in at about 16, turns northwest. When it turns northwest, it's all over. Game over. Probably for the next 7 to 10 days. I really don't see any large-scale storm systems impacting our weather as high pressure is the dominant weather feature stretching all the way back to the west. There's our front behind the line of showers moving through. As it comes through, our winds stay elevated today and tomorrow. Those small craft advisories up through today, tonight, and into tomorrow. But look at the temperatures. They're dropping down into the 50s over the weekend. Low 50s, in fact, probably upper 40s in inland areas. And daytime highs in the low 70s. How about that? Back to you guys.
All right, thanks so much, John. Taking a look at traffic in Manatee County, there is an accident at 9th Street and 61st Avenue. Also another one at Talavasta Road, so keep an eye out for that if you're heading through there. Also State Road 70 and 301 seeing an increase in traffic picking up in the overall area throughout Manatee County. In Sarasota County, pretty quiet as far as traffic is concerned. A little bit of congestion on Bee Ridge Road and on 41. Other than that, no accidents throughout Sarasota County. No accidents in South County as well. A little bit of congestion towards Business 41. Other than that, there is a construction project towards Warm Mineral Springs, but no congestion in that area. In your health news this morning, Florida lawmakers are looking to fight opioid addiction by placing new restrictions on how doctors can prescribe painkillers.
The House passed a bill that would limit the first prescription of opioids to only a 5-day supply. It would also force pharmacies to report it to the state by the next day, not 7 days, the current deadline. Those for the bill say nearly half who seek opioid addiction treatment began taking the pills after an initial prescription. Those against it say it overregulates doctor-patient relationships. Entertainment news now. Alan Jackson. Can I sing? No?
Please don't.
No?
You've been singing all morning.
I love that Alan Jackson song. He's one of the newest members of the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Better him than you.
Thank you.
Well, the singer joins actor, singer, and guitarist Jerry Reed and songwriter Don Schultz as this year's class of inductees. The official ceremony for the new inductees will be held in October.
Amazon getting into the pro football streaming business. They'll partner with the NFL to stream 10 games on Thursday night. Last year, they teamed with Twitter. They pay $50 million for the rights to stream these games.
The Ringling College of Art and Design's new soundstage is officially open for business. The buzz surrounding the facility is reaching major players in the film industry. The $12 million project was a joint venture between Ringling and Suncoast Productions. Now, one of those two sound stages will be for commercial use. Already, more than half a dozen major players in the industry have expressed interest, including renowned director and producer Antoine Fuqua.
We have a great facility and more than capable people to do the job. Hollywood at this point, or just people in general, are just looking for the best economic situation to get the most on the screen for their film. So as long as that can happen, people will come.
He's known for directing films like Training Day and The Magnificent Seven. And while no official announcement has been made about his future projects, Sarasota County has a film rebate program in place. That's good to encourage filmmakers like him to commit to the area.
That's good. 10 to 7 right now. Let's take a live picture from the Bradenton Riverwalk. Some strong storms on our doorstep. Some rain right now in Manatee County. John's full forecast and traffic after this.
Now's a perfect time to create a custom system with California Closets. During our Door and Drawer event, save up to $500 on beautiful doors and drawers for any room. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
There's a whole new way to bank at Achieva Credit Union with Achieva Checking Plus. Get new unique features like full ID theft protection and online shopping rewards. Plus, it's an interest-bearing account, so you have a little extra for what really matters. Achieva Checking Plus isn't just an account for your money, it's for your life, including cell phone insurance. And that's good to know. Discover the plus at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
And we're back with a live picture from the Bradenton Riverwalk looking out at the Manatee River. We had some strong storms. We're going to have some more winds and rain. And at one point today, 59-mile-per-hour gust in Tampa Bay. 6:55 now on this Thursday morning.
All right, John Scalzi joins us. We've been seeing a little bit of that sporadic lightning here and there, John.
A lot of lightning in Hillsborough County and Manatee, parts of Hillsborough County, but also in the northern parts of Manatee County. There's been some frequent lightning strikes anywhere Parish, Duet, also over Anna Marie Island, places over the Skyway Bridge. You know, this is a fast-moving system. It's a rapidly decaying system, so that's good news. Still, my main concern is people who will get out there in marine waters, because this is a lousy day to be boating, no doubt about that. But all of our watches and warnings across the state of Florida, for the most part, have come down for severe weather, so that's good news. However, we still have, of course, a small craft advisory, upper rip current advisory, and there is the potential for some more lightning strikes throughout the morning hours as this system rapidly sinks southward. We are looking at a few scattered showers right now, mostly to the north of us, just skirting areas of Manatee County. The Skyway Bridge still seeing some fairly heavy activity. Again, if you can, this is the second cell that has moved over the Skyway Bridge. So if you can delay perhaps your departure over the Skyway Bridge for half an hour or so, it wouldn't be a bad idea. There's the next cell going to, over the course of the next hour, impact areas of Siesta Key, Venice, places like that.
Let's check the roads one last time. We've got a busy day on the Sunshine Skyway. Avoid it if you can. A little windy up there right now. So if you can avoid it, take I-75 to the Crosstown Expressway. Farther south in Manatee County, usual buildups around downtown Bradenton. Checking now into Sarasota County. A little slowdown on Bee Ridge Road where there's construction going on. And a peak finally at the South County maps. You'll see a little slowdown in the lower right part of your screen between Warm Mineral Springs and Tarpon Point.
All right, stay with us. We'll continue to track those storms as the morning continues. Stick around. Good Morning America coming up next.